Getting the live stream ready. Thanks. Hello, thank you for tuning in. I hope you can hear me okay today. Andreas, 99, Make America Great Again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can never say that word. Millennial Stacker. Perhaps it's too early in the morning to sound off on multiple syllable words. I have not even had my first cup of coffee yet. Josh Mayer, I'm just kind of chilling out today. Again, let me know if my volume on the microphone is coming in all right, especially when my head is turned straight. Right over there is the microphone, but I hate talking like this when you're all over there. So let me know how I'm sounding, and I really would appreciate that. Get the microphone out of the way. It's showtime. Joe Graves, thank you so much, and Millennial Stacker, Josh Mayer, and again, Andreas. Kind of just relaxing a little bit here until the room fills up a little bit more. We'll talk about some silver. We'll talk about some cryptocurrencies. We'll talk about some information. For now on, folks, when I use the word information, so you have to understand YouTube has algorithms now. They are YouTube, Google, Twitter are just a few social media sites that are actually trying to rig the elections. And how they're doing it is banning speech that is pro-conservative. They're banning any speech that even recites the news word for word and claiming it as hate speech or fake news. If the New York Post said Johnny walked across the street and I recited the exact words, Johnny walked across the street, they will ban my video and call it fake news and demonetize me. They don't want anybody reciting any news, even if it's word for word, because they are not accredited news sources. And they're basically shadow banning any conservative talk. And when you silence people, you're only then hearing one version of a story. And if you only hear one version of the story and no other version is out there for you to hear, you automatically assume it's the only version and it's the true version, is what the social media sites are doing. Getting back to it, YouTube has algorithms now. And it used to be just the title of the video. And they would ban you based on the title of the video or the description of the video. Now they have algorithms that are actually able to listen to your speech. Computers will listen to words, keywords, and then ban you, demonetize you, cut your money, your payment. I get about 2 cents out of every time somebody looks at one of my ads, and what they'll do is they'll take that all away. So for now on, when I use the word information, it really means news, because can't say certain things anymore. I guess when the government says, "Oh, we won't impede on your freedom of speech," they don't have to do it. They convince other other companies to do it for them. See, hey, it's our company. We can sell our product any other way. Any way we like. You don't like coming into YouTube? It's our site. Ozark Prepper, thank you so much. Let's see if my glasses are straight today. It's like, I don't know. I think they've been in a war zone or something. They're cheap $6 glasses. Anyway, let's welcome a few people here. Ozark Prepper. I think they use the media and pundits to keep metals where the big boys can scoot them up after the regular Joe gets scared and sells. That's why do not get scared and sell. And a lot of times when silver... See, there's two ways. There's two types of people. They get scared out of their position. So they buy silver. I'm just throwing a number out there. They buy silver for $25 an ounce. It then drops to $19 an ounce. They're scared it's going to drop even further. So what they do is they sell off in fear of losing more money. It's the worst time to sell is when the market is low. And there's the other type of person. Silver shoots up from, let's say, $19 an ounce all the way to $27, $28 an ounce. They want to take a profit. And eventually they do blow the money. So there's those two types of people. So don't be either one. If you're going to take profits, definitely do it for the right reasons. I'm suspecting a pullback. Again, please invest your money wisely. Do your own diligence to research my words. But in my opinion, there's going to be a pullback. Again, don't invest on my opinion. There's going to be a pullback. I believe the price is going to drop, which is good news, right? It's good news. We're all in the acquisition phase. We're all trying to acquire precious metal still. I don't think any one of us have reached their goal yet. I know I'm far from it. And every ounce I can get at a cheaper price, the better. I'm just like you. I work every day of the week, long hours, and my pay isn't all that great. I'm not wealthy, so I need silver to be as low as possible. So I do expect a pullback. How much? I don't know. It's kind of hard. I'm not in the know. They're not sharing any information. The insiders are not sharing information with me. But I could suspect $1 or $2. That's where I'm leaning right now. I can obviously be wrong, and tomorrow can be up. Speaking of silver, let's take a quick look at it. Minimize my screen here. So I don't know if you can see, but the market, the Asian and European market is open. What did I do? There it is. So it's down currently as we speak. Let's take a look. So it's down to 26.78. Down 54 cents, which is about 2%. So we're going to see if that ride continues on until Monday. We'll see Monday by about noon where it intends to go. But right now, silver is right around it's 26.78. So there she be right there. Okay, so I'm hoping we can get a little pullback. I know I'm repeating myself. Let's talk a little bit about cryptos while we're here. Okay, so I know a lot of you do not like cryptos because it's all digital, blah, 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 blah. But you ask the people who've been with me for a few years now. I did not lead them wrong with silver. As a lot of you folks know, I get a lot of emails with people complimenting me. Hey, I got into silver when you were preaching it at $14 an hour, $14 an ounce. It's now $26.74. It's now $27. Thank you. I've doubled my money. I'm going to tell you the same thing about cryptos. Cryptos is the way of the future, whether you like it or not. And I didn't like it at first. I was a big naysayer. I actually made videos telling people how stupid they were if they got into cryptocurrencies. I learned my lesson. I've witnessed people selling their cryptos after they invested and paying off their mortgage. Debt-free now. Rich. So I've invested a few dollars, what few dollars I have into cryptos, and I can tell you, I've doubled my money. And just the few dollars I put into it, I've doubled it. Like cryptos, you kind of want to acquire your cryptos when the price is down. Obviously, if you're a day trader, meaning you're in need of a very high fluctuation, then this might not be too bad for you. I buy on the lows right now. They're lows. They're pulling back. You see the red. So I buy on the dips. Obviously, many people will buy on the dips, sell on the high, and keep repeating that cycle over and over. I just buy and hold on to it because I'm just not smart enough to do day trading, and my timing, my knowledge is very bad when it comes to trading. So again, like silver, I buy on my lows and I just hold on to them, and I have doubled my money. My favorites are Bitcoin, and the good thing about these, you don't have to buy a full one. You can buy a fraction. You can literally buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. That's what I love about cryptocurrencies. You don't have to buy a full one, and you still enjoy and reap the rewards when the price spikes. So Bitcoin, I also have a few Litecoin. They're going for $14.13. There's been a significant pullback. They were $19, which is great. Tells me it could get up to $19 again. So if I got on it for $14, there's reason to believe I will make a few dollars off of it in the near future again. Litecoin's another favorite. So Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Litecoin are my favorites, but my all-time favorites, my one and only if I had to pick two and only two, it would be Digibyte, which is going for 3 cents right now. Speculators have this going for one day, $9 to $15. Let me correct myself. $9 to $12 was the articles I was reading. So think about that. If you're able to punch in, let's say $100 worth, and one day it goes to $9 to $12 an ounce, you got a pretty penny there. Now, if you're able to acquire maybe $5,000 or $1,000 worth of this, you'd probably be a millionaire. Maybe not quite a millionaire, but damn close. If you're able to acquire quite a few of these. If not, you'd definitely be able to pay off a mortgage. No doubt about that. Let's just pull back on the millionaire quote. Okay? You'll definitely be able to pay off a mortgage. You'd probably need to acquire a few more than $1,000 worth, obviously, to be a millionaire if it came up to $9 to $12. So Digibyte and Theta is my all-time favorites. If I had to only pick two, Theta. And the reason why is they're basically penny stocks. They're cheap. Notice the others were 14. Litecoin was 61. I don't have $61 to spend on one little coin. But these, 43 cents for one of these. The other one, 3 cents. And that speculators are saying that Theta in itself could go into the thousands because they're part of this. Samsung is using this protocol on their televisions now, just incorporated on their products. 43 cents. And if it goes into the thousands like people are saying, I've done the math. All you need is about 11, 12,000 of these, and you are a millionaire. But hypothetically, let's just say you got 10 or 12,000 of these. Let's just hypothetically say it only went to $100. They were wrong. Let's just say they were wrong. The speculators were wrong. It never touched even near $1,000. It only got up to $100. Already did the math, folks. You'd be a millionaire. So enough about the cryptos. My favorites are Digibyte and Theta. If you don't like your holdings in them, just send them to me. Okay, what else is going on here? I'll get back to you guys. I get a lot of hate mail from the anti-cryptocurrency folks. So let's take a look at this. I turned off my webcam accidentally. Turn off my display is what I really wanted to do. Uh, who else is here? Johnny Lingo's in the house. Let me say hello to a few people this Saturday morning. I'm just curious, man. What's your favorite breakfast? After you've worked all week, you get to sleep in on a weekend. What's your favorite breakfast? Mine's bacon and eggs and toast and real butter. Nathan Swoops, thank you. Wow, this is really great for the EU subscribers. Excuse me while I clear my throat. Josh Meyer, all sounds good on my end, my friend. Thank you so much, Josh. Major, I'm sorry. Who else is here? Jay, good morning. Just added some number to platinum and gold and silver today. That's awesome. Bob Clark, over text. Hello. Who else is here? Mad Stacker. Good morning, brother. Maple. So for a second, I thought I saw maple syrup. So I'm already thinking about my breakfast. It's silver maple in the house. Lock up your silver. Don't sell unless you have no other choice. I agree. Why sell? Especially if the price falls. It's kind of like an athlete. You witness them doing a miraculous achievement, and all of a sudden they have a bad week or two. It's very much like silver. You've seen what it can do. Why sell when the price of silver, falls? You know they're going to come out of that slump. I'm talking in that athlete metaphor. You know they're going to come out of that slump and achieve those high gains again. And that's what silver is. When you see it slump, that's your time to buy more, not to lose confidence. Don't lose confidence when silver falls, because you know what it's capable of. It will come out like an athlete. It will come out of that slump and achieve gains and even more gains. Trust me, I've witnessed this myself. Okay, so buy when the price goes down. But don't necessarily wait for the price to go down because you'll never know. You'll never be able to time the bottom. So if you wait, price drops 50 cents and you think it's going to drop another 50 cents and you hold off and then it jumps up $1 or $2. So just buy when you feel in your heart, hey, I got the money. What's 50 cents? Why am I waiting for another 50 cents? You know, I can understand if you're buying hundreds of ounces at a time. 50 cents does add up. Yeah, I probably would wait for the 50 cents. But if your budget only calls for 4 ounces, or even for that matter, a tube of 20, 50 cents is really not a lot of money to gamble on. Oh, it's going to go down another 50 cents. Oh, it might go down another nickel. Too late. It went up 75 cents overnight. I lost out. So don't gamble. Is what I'm saying on those dips, because you and I are not on the inside. We don't know how far that dip will go. We don't have all the information to properly assess, in my opinion, gamble that little bit of more pullback on the volume that we're buying. Like I said, if we're only buying 4 ounces, what the hell is another nickel or even 25 cents? You're gonna gamble? Buy the damn silver, get it in your hands, okay, and hold on to it. Who else is here? Hope that made sense. So maple syrup. I'm going to call you maple syrup for the rest of the morning, silver maple. I have this vision of like blueberry pancakes. I got some fresh blueberries here. What I do is I make up my batter, and I just freaking shovel in the blueberries and mix it up some more, put it on the griddle, and you can actually hear the blueberries popping as they caramelize, and the heat just pops and caramelizes them. And then I got the real butter and real maple syrup over that. Oh yeah, baby. You know what I'm talking about. That could be why I'm a little, but that's also age, That's also age, and the fact that the local gyms have closed. So once the gyms have opened, I'm going to hit the gyms again. Mad Stacker in the house. Big John, it's your ears, not your classes. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. It's your ears, not your classes. Okay, thank you, Big John, for being there. I don't know what you mean by that. A pullback would be great for the stackers outside the U.S. Now the dollar is tanking against the other currencies. Yeah, it would be. Hi, Mungus. Laughing my ass off. The pullback was at 23. You still want another pullback? Absolutely. I would love to see silver go back into the teens. I would love to see silver go back to 19 bucks an ounce. Absolutely. Why not? I don't have enough silver. I have not met I've met my first goal at 200 ounces, but I have not met my all-time, my final goal. I have not met that. No, I cannot share my goal because that would allude to what I have now, and I don't want that. I don't want this channel to be, who has more silver. Like a spitting contest, who can spit the farthest. This is just a strictly motivation channel. I just get out and buy the silver. It's unimportant how much you have. It's unimportant how much I have. Just get out. I can tell you, most people don't know what silver is. I guarantee you, if you look on both sides of your home right now at the neighbors, they don't know what the freak Silver Eagle is. If you have one or two in your possession, you have more in savings than they do. Chances are you do. And it's real money, and it's in your hands. It's not in the bank for them to use and loan out. Tesla, Bitcoin, and gold is the future. Tesla, Bitcoin. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I have a little bit of gold. I wish I had more. I have only about a half an ounce. But if my financial outlook changes, I might buy some more. Mad Stacker, if you could only do one crypto or silver, which is it? I'd have to say silver, because silver, after all, is physical. It is something that cannot be taken away from you. It is something that throughout history, all the way back to the Old Testament of the Bible, it was mentioned, has never gone to zero. Silver has never gone to zero and can never go to zero. I will admit, cryptos, the dollar, the 401k, the stock market, should I go on, can go to zero. Silver can never go to zero. So if I can choose one, it would definitely be silver, and gold for that matter. Never can go to zero. Yes. If you look at the Old Testament, I think it's in Exodus. I mean, the very beginning of the Bible. It mentions silver and gold. Nowhere in the Bible, and I'm not a preacher. Don't miss. I'm not trying to get all biblical on you, but nowhere in the Bible does it mention 401ks. It doesn't mention stock market. I will admit it does not mention cryptocurrencies. I know it doesn't mention derivative markets. It doesn't mention the dollar at all. Gold and silver have a track record, a longevity. Silversmith Shield, how you doing, overtaxed taxpayer? Thank you so much, Silversmith Shield. I really appreciate that. Who else is here? Any questions? Invest in brass and lead. Yeah, definitely. So you see all these people getting beat up in the streets, their head getting kicked in by these thugs. Isn't it great that those states outlawed guns? Isn't it wonderful? You can't even defend yourself. God forbid you step out of your home and defend your home. You're going to have your guns repoed, and you're going to have your local prosecutors charge you with a hate crime just for defending your home. It's just wonderful. So yeah, you folks who are anti-gun, keep voting to have your gun rights taken away. And the more that happens, the more you'll need to rely on police who are being defunded, who are quitting. Yeah, so keep doing that. Tequila is also a brilliant for overtax. I don't have any of that, unfortunately. I wish I did. In the same price, it's funny. I see it. I see it in Exodus where my wallet is, but I just everybody keeps telling me get tequila. I'm going to call it tequila, okay, for tequila. Everybody keeps saying get tequila. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. I just had a rotator cuff surgery 4 days ago, and it will be 20 weeks before I am released back to work. So I'm going to learn about day trading as much as I can. I think day trading basically is trying to learn the timing, trying to gauge how high the market is going to go before you sell off, and then gauging how low the market it's going to go before you buy back in again. My advice for trading is not to wait until you think it's going to go at its all-time peak, but more so try to just get it in that little buffer zone. You know what I'm saying? Sell off before you anticipate that peak. That way you're always going to trade in a positive. And then obviously buy in. Don't try to wait for the very bottom where you think it's going to be. Try to get somewhere up here. Do a little compromise. And that's pretty much what it is. I would definitely practice with small increments. Good luck, Chris Dennison in the house. Ray Finkel, Saturday morning? Yeah. Did I not spell it right or something? My luck, I spelled it wrong. The Jackie Bear. It almost sounds like a show. The Jackie Bear Show. It's Friday. It's Friday? No, it's not Friday. Is it Friday? It is Friday. Holy crap. Is it Friday? Yeah, it is Friday. You know what? I took yesterday off, and I don't normally take an extra day off. So in my mind, my clock, my internal clock, oh, that is too funny. In my internal clock, it feels like it's Saturday because it's my second day off, I guess. Oh, my Lord. All right. You got me there. It's Friday. The Jackie Bear Show called me out. Jackie, man, half these people here, they wouldn't have known the difference. Come on, man. They're still sleepy. You called me out. The big oily guy. On Fridays, I eat a banana. Okay. Belgian waffles and an omelet. I like omelets. I do. I love eggs, actually. K Berry, 1249. SAL, hi from Tucson, Arizona. I'm here in Tucson as well. Just curious, what part of Tucson do you live in? You live on the east side, the northeast, northwest? Just let me know. I'm curious. If I'm throwing health out the window, it's biscuits and sausage gravy. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. You know who makes the best freaking biscuits and sausage gravy? It's a restaurant. It's not all over the United States. Bob Evans. If you ever can get into a Bob Evans and try their freaking biscuits and sausage gravy, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty unhealthy, but pretty damn good. I don't know what melted cracklins are, though. I'm not from the South. Soaked oats with ACV topped with fresh fruit, drizzle of honey. All right, that's oatmeal here in Tucson. I believe it is. Grab the silver wallet. It's available. Absolutely. Yako. Hey, crypto haters, why not invest in both silver and cryptos? I do. You know, it's funny. I want to mention something here, and I don't mean to talk bad about anybody. But you have certain individuals that have no qualms about going to Vegas and losing hundreds of dollars. And coming home and bragging about their losses to their buddies. Yeah, I went to Vegas. Yeah, we popped about $1,000 down on the poker table. Yeah, we didn't win this time. No big deal. We'll try it next time. As soon as you tell them you threw $300, $400, $500 down on some cryptos where you have a chance, Oh, they beat you up. These same people will beat you up. It's amazing. The attitude, you know. It's cool to gamble your money away where you have, let's say, almost zero chances of winning. But as soon as you mention cryptos, where you have a far greater chance at winning, you're scoffed at, you're laughed at, you're ridiculed, and you get hate mail like I do. Maple syrup works for me too. Ladybug, good morning from Granbury, Texas. So the wife and I were thinking about a move. I keep bringing this up in every video I do in hopes to get feedback. So we have about 4, maybe 5 options on the table. We're going to wait until after the election to see if any states or cities flip. We prefer a conservative lifestyle. I'll just leave it at that. So we don't want to accidentally move into what is perceived as a conservative city now and then find out after the elections they flipped. So on our list of 4 or 5, the Houston area, and we would not move to Houston. We'd actually move more closer to the coast. The Houston area, I'll just call it the southwest quadrant of Texas. We're looking at Idaho. We're looking at the Florida Panhandle. We're looking at now South Dakota, the north. Houston, southeast, I meant to say. South Dakota, northwest quadrant. So I'm curious where Granbury is, and what do you think of that place? Is it a nice place? Is it close to the where is it? Where's Granbury? I've heard that that's not going to happen. Okay, Ladybug, I'm in Tomball. Get what you can while you can. Me, Ma, McDoodle. Does it make any difference on value if I buy gold from different countries? So here's what I would do. I don't know what country you're in now, but if you're in America, buy from American. I want to say this carefully. Buy from American businesses, but yes, you can buy foreign coins. Does that make sense? So their gold is as good as our gold. Just buy from reputable American companies. There's 2 reasons, but the main reason is if you buy from a business overseas, you have to wait an awful long time to get that shipment. Providing that you're going to get the shipment, meaning a lot of times some of the countries, if it might go through your mail. Like I know if I ordered from a business from Mexico, this is just an example because this exists all over the country. I know there's a lot of corruption in their postal service. And that mail, that package might be stolen before it got to me. However, I have no qualms about buying Mexican coins from American businesses like JM Bullion and Monument Metals and Scottsdale Metals. So yes, buy foreign coins if that's what you like, okay? Regardless of whether it's gold or silver, but buy from an American business. You're guaranteed to get your coin. Hope that made sense. Excuse me. East Tucson in the house. That's K. Berry 1249 Sal. I used to live in East Tucson also. I used to live off of the Broadway and Houghton area. And kind of liked it. Lived in the Vale area a little bit. Eat at New Orleans in NOLA, the best I've ever had. Melted cracklings, basically melted pork rinds to use as your fat for the biscuits. Doesn't that sound wonderful for the for your arteries? Melted cracklings. Wow. What else is here? I don't really feel like talking. I'd rather just take some questions because I have really nothing mentioned to say. We saw the DNC convention. It was basically, it was a 4-day propaganda recording because most of it was it was recorded. And when it wasn't recorded, they were reading a script off of a teleprompter directly in front of them, which they practiced half a dozen times before they read off that same teleprompter. So yeah, everything was scripted, it was edited, it was cut, it was spliced, it was put together. The thing about, there needs to be some debates, and there cannot be debates through this video teleconferencing. See, right now, let's pretend I'm Joe Biden. I'm Joe Biden, I'm running for president, and here's why. There could be people right on the other side of this camera telling me what to say, holding up signs, say this, say this, say that. So basically you're debating somebody with a panel of assistants, and you're never going to know it. I do believe that Biden's going to try to wiggle out of an in-person debate. He will do this. First of all, have you ever been to a convention center? These stages are 30 feet. No. What am I saying? They're probably 45, 50 feet wide. Plenty of room for social distancing if the two candidates stood on each side of the stage. Remember, they said 8-foot rule, right? Well, in theory, then you really only need to stage 20 feet apart. And then you have 20 feet distancing. No, he's going to say, listen, I'll do it from this stadium here in Delaware, and you can do it from that stadium there in Washington or wherever. And that way we're safe. We're safe. And we'll do it via the internet. Meanwhile, again, when Joe Biden's asked a question, he has multiple people, and I'm not saying Trump can't have this also. You have multiple people on the opposite side of the camera holding up signs, whispering, and helping him out. So you're really not just debating one person, you're debating a whole freaking slew of people who are across the camera. When you meet in person, there's no cheating. And you can have the television cameras still in the audience section of the auditorium that they choose. They just have them backed up. They can be separated by their 20-foot, 50-foot rule or whatever they're doing nowadays, and televise it live, not recorded from each person's own vantage point to where this whole thing is contrived. It's bull crap. If you can't see it, I get frustrated. I know what's going on here. Yeah, he did a good job last night. He did a phenomenal job reading a script. He read the teleprompter. And even the news media outlet said he practiced reading it time and time and time again. Reading the same teleprompter until he got it right. And finally it was go live, and they called it, oh, he's live. Who cares if he's live? He's reading something he's read 20 times already. It means nothing. If you can't do something, talk to somebody in person. And my wife made a good point yesterday. He recorded it alone. He read it live alone last night. Did a wonderful job reading it. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say he did a poor job. He did a wonderful job because he practiced it. And he did it all in an empty auditorium. And then what did he do? He came outside of that empty auditorium and stood on the stage in front of his audience. Why not have just done the speech there? He came out to watch the fireworks, didn't even turn to the audience and say, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. No, he looked at the fireworks for a moment or two and left the stage. Didn't even address the people who drove out there to see him. Why couldn't he done the live? If you can come out there, and watch the fireworks show for a few minutes, Why not have just done the speech there also? They are hiding this guy, folks. They don't want him to talk unscripted. That is the baseline of what's going on. They do not want this guy to talk unscripted. They don't want any questions unscripted. They don't want any answers. They don't want him to come up with any answers on his own that are not scripted. Again, if you watched the ending of the DNC last night, he read his speech beautifully. Due to the coronavirus, he kept himself segregated. He did it in that auditorium by himself. Why he needed to rent out that auditorium is beyond me, first of all. But then he went out to the stage where all the people were and stood there for a few minutes watching fireworks and applauding and walked off. Why couldn't he have done that speech from there? Why couldn't he? No, they don't want this. They don't want the people to see that the emperor has no clothes. Why couldn't he? I'm going to keep asking it. Why couldn't he have done his speech from there? And I am not a Republican. That's what blows people away. Oh, you're just a Trump-loving guy. No, I am neither a Democrat nor Republican. I'll say that again. I am not a Republican. But I see the bull crap that is being put on the American people. And a lot of the people are stupid. They truly are. Those people who showed up, they were applauding and, oh, Jesus Christ, oh yeah, he's our savior. Don't even know what's being played over them. Don't even know. They don't even care. As long as they win, they don't care whether it's honestly, dishonestly. They don't care it's through violence. Just winning is their ultimate goal. They picked a team like they picked a baseball team, like they picked a football team. And they'll follow them over the cliff. No, I am not a Republican. I am not. I work for a living. Therefore, I respect the conservative lifestyle. I work for a living. Therefore, I want to hold as much money as I possibly can because I work for it. I work for a living, so it bothers me that people who chose a career of not working, I hate to see my money go and support those types of people. I work for a living, getting up at 4:30 in the morning, putting in 10 hours a day, coming home tired, dreading the next day of work. And these people are able to sit on their couch and play PlayStation 4 all day long and sleep as late as they want. I'm like you. I work for a living. I don't want to, I have a hard time working for a living and supporting my own family, let alone being forced to also support other families who chose a career of welfare. I'm like you. I work for a living. I don't believe in this career of just asking for help, handouts. When I was younger, I'm actually 56 years old. When I was younger, back in the day, people had pride. They were ashamed if they were not working. They were ashamed, and they worked. And the people who were on welfare, the majority of them truly needed it. But over the years, more and more people decided, hey, that's the easier way in life. So actually, most of the people who are on welfare, I'm going to go out on the limb and say, should not be on it. And when I say welfare, I'm talking really all the social programs: welfare, food stamps, free housing. I can go on and on and on. Most of them don't even need it. They're able to work. They just choose not to. And I, again, going back, I prefer a conservative lifestyle where everybody, if you want something, go and earn it yourself. The people who truly need help, they'll get it. But it's kind of hard to distinguish between the people who truly need help now and the people who are just lazy and chose a career of mooching off of us workers. That's where I have a hard time with, and that's why I won't choose the Republican Party and I won't choose the Democrat Party. I don't even like the Libertarian Party. I will not pick a party. I'm not going to fall into that paradigm where you must pick a team. No. I think I lost half my viewership now. Okay, the Bible is great. Read it daily. Thank you so much, Silver Bullion TV. Mark, UC, happy Friday, all. I did call the video Saturday. I guess it's my Saturday. I got the day off. Brandon, Orlando, hello, everybody. Who else is here? One Gold app is kind of like investing in crypto, but you're investing in precious metals. Fort Worth, Texas, thank you so much for being here. Roan Bear, I wanted to, hold on. They just real words that make them look and sound stupid. Gabby Marr, should I pay my rentals off with my silver, then make a monthly payment on silver after that? I don't know what you're asking. You use the word rentals, plural. You have multiple rentals. I don't understand what you're asking. What's the next purchase I'm looking to make? You mean on silver? Is that what you're asking? I would love to get some more privateers and some more Queen's Beast silver. But again, my next big move, I think I'm going to move my final time in my life. And again, it's one of the 4 or 5 places. It's going to be southeast Texas, right around that Galveston area. It'll be the panhandle of Florida, or it'll be South Carolina, the northwest quadrant of South Carolina. Idaho is also looking good right now. So that's going to be after the election. I want to move one final time in my life, buy a little bit of land and just settle down and stay there. So that's going to be the very next big purchase. But as far as silver, I would love to get my hands on some more Eagles and Canadian Maple Leaves. I would love to get, again, the Queen's Beast and the Privateer series. But I also wouldn't mind venturing and getting some more gold. Now, gold is, money is tight here in the overtaxed taxpayer household. So I'll probably just get 10-ounce increments. I know the premium is higher, but hey, I'd rather spend the premium and have some gold in the house for future. I love gold because of its compactness. Just 1/10 ounce is what, $250 now? So I can literally hide that little coin, which is the size of a fingernail, on my person if I had to sneak around, and have that money on me. But in order to have that $250 worth of silver on you, well, that's a little bit more bulkier. And if I, got mugged, it might be, you know what I mean, with the way this BLM crap is going. I'd rather sneak around with something that is more compact. Who else is here? They read the words. Yep. So Rome Bear in the house. Trump will eat Biden alive in a debate. Correct. In a debate where they're actually on the screen, on the same stage. Again, if you ever been to a concert, folks, plenty of room for social distancing. Do not let the news media outlets let you know that this is some kind of pathogen, the zombie pathogen. Oh my God. Remember, they started out saying 8-foot rule. Now it's 8 foot plus a mask. Now they're starting to say 8-foot mask and a shield. Now it's 8-foot mask, shield, and separate auditoriums. I'm sorry. This is getting to be a big freaking lie. It's pretty obvious how Dem puppets want Trump to win. All right, Yako looking into north of Houston too. Tomball is nice also. Should I pay my rentals off with silver, then make a monthly payment on silver? I don't know. I hate giving advice, financial advice, but I would definitely pay off debt and try to acquire a savings of some type at the same time if you can do it. But you got to understand, debt is more expensive in the long run because you have that interest rate that you're paying your debt upon. So, for example, I'll just use credit cards. I would definitely pay your credit cards off because what's your average credit card interest rate? What, 19.9%? Definitely pay off the credit card because silver is not, in the short run, is not going to help you out when you have such a high debt next to it. The Republicans and the Democrats are socialists. Now, the Democrats have always been socialists, but they've been lying to us for many years. They've been lying about being socialist. They've always been socialist. But now that they've got enough people graduating the indoctrination camps called public schools, they have more of a following. So they're more confident in coming out and not lying about it any longer. But they've always been socialist. And a lot of people hate capitalism because they realize to succeed in a capitalist world, you have to work. See, that's the whole problem. They have no problem making profits. And that is the bulk of the capitalist system. That is the ultimate reward in a capitalist system, is the profit. The problem that these people have, these children, these teenagers, is actually working for the profit. See, they want to stay home and metaphorically sit and play PlayStation 4 while the money is coming in. See, they like that part of the capitalist system, but putting any effort into it, they don't like it. Therefore, it's bad. They prefer a socialist system where they're encouraged to sit and get the reward. There's that there. That's the difference. In a capitalist system, they think it's held them down because they put no effort into trying to move up the corporate ladder. Many of them have not put the effort in by getting an education to get hired into the capitalist system or the corporate system. And they've only been able to get a job at McDonald's type of restaurants and never been able to achieve the reward that they believe exists because they watch too many Survivor television shows or MTVs with cribs and showing big mansions and fancy cars. Well, I don't got that. Somebody must be holding my ass down. This capitalist system sucks. Not working for me. I went and got myself a minimum wage job. I put the effort in. I moved up to fry boy. I dumped the fries down. But I'm telling you right now, I got 4 kids to feed. I got a mortgage. I got a car rental. I got a cell phone. I got an electric bill. I got a water bill. I got a gas bill. And I got to put food on the table. And I got a 5th kid on the way. I put all that effort into getting into Fry Boy. I hope one day I can get over to flipping the burgers on the grill. But I got some bills to pay. It used to be, when I was younger, I keep saying that, when I was younger, even in school they would preach, do not acquire all these bills, all these financial obligations, all these children's before you're married, before you have an education. There's an order in which You should acquire this stuff. This used to be taught in schools. Now it's taught that you have a right to do what you want with your body. You have a right. No. You grow up in mommy's house, order of progression. You go to school if you want to go to school. You get married. You move up the corporate ladder. Your wife and you have a baby or two, and then you acquire things as you improve your own financial ability to take care of those things. You don't get those things first and then tell the government, you need to take care of this. Or Mickey D's, you need to raise your freaking minimum wage. And that's what's going on. That's really what's going on. People are being taught now you have a right to do what you want. If you want to have 5 children from 4 different men, it's your body. You do what you want. But the thing is, what they're not being told is, it's your body, you have a right to. But also, the ramifications belong to you for living your life like that. When I go out and make a mistake, the ramifications belong to me. It is up to me to correct my wrongdoings. They're being taught to do everything wrong, and the ramifications belong to everybody else, not themselves. That is what is being taught. I need welfare because I got 4 children's from 4 different men. It is, and if they don't get their big plasma television and their rims on their car and all the freaking everything they want, oh, the government doesn't love me. Too much common sense. It looks like I lost some more viewers. I'm looking at my viewership. Every time I talk common sense, my viewership goes down. That's okay. I'm whittling it down to the people who matter, who really feel the way I feel. We keep hearing about deep fakes. Maybe this speech was a deep fake. Bugman in the house, he's been with me, excuse my language, 3 years? Bugman, what do you mean by deep fakes? Are you talking about deep states? It looks like you're talking in code. I'm just curious what you're talking about so I can join in on your conversation. Curious. Well, my problem was, again, he did this speech. He did a phenomenal job because he rehearsed it a dozen times and then finally did it secluded in that big auditorium because he didn't want to catch the coronavirus. But then he comes out on the stage, sits there for a few minutes watching the fireworks. Why didn't he just do the speech from there in front of those people who came to see him? Because he didn't want the people to see that he's an empty vessel. He is not trusted to even utter a word to anybody off script. He was forbidden to face his audience, all those people in cars, and thank them. He is not even trusted to turn an off script, thank people for showing up. Turn to his audience. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your vote. And then turn around and leave. Nope. Looks at the fireworks and turns off and walks off the stage. If he was worried about catching the coronavirus, why couldn't he just do it on that stage? He came out there. Surely his chances of catching the coronavirus there, he just should have done it. But no, they don't want this guy to be seen. His handlers do not want this guy to be seen in public, unscripted. They didn't want these people in the audience, and you're included in that audience. They didn't want you to know he was reading off a teleprompter. The emperor has no clothes. Okay. Rome Bearer, these are the folks that will beg FEMA camps to let them in. Silversmith, Democrats aren't ignorant. They just believe in everything that is not so. Again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. And I think when you choose not to join a team, you're able to gauge, you're able to make wiser decisions. Don't pick a team. Gabby Marr, thank you so much. My back kills me, and pensioner people go on welfare. I say to them, I will wake up for don't want to be lazy. Like I said, most people, back in the day, most people on welfare and assistance needed it. Now people, they have a kid and they get a paper cut and they're on Social Security. They're on welfare for the rest of their lives. I mean, we drive around town and we see incredibly large segments of our city. You can tell the entire segment of the city is on welfare, food stamps, Social Security. You can tell it. If I was the government, you know how I would fix welfare in a nutshell? Mrs. Smith, we're going to allow you welfare. One of the speculations of retaining your welfare or whatever, is if your children get caught committing crimes, you're off welfare. You would have to see a lot of the people on welfare they're not even a parent to their children anymore. They let their kids run around, do whatever. Now I can understand letting these offenders, your first offense, okay. But if you have a track record of causing your child, you're under 18, you still live with mommy and you have a track record, you have a freaking portfolio of crimes, you threaten the parents, okay? 3 strikes, you're off welfare, regardless, of your kid. 3 strikes, you're off welfare. And it forces these parents to be better parents. That is just one of many corrections I would make in the system. Not only are you off welfare, you'll be off your subsidized housing. You'll be off your freaking Social Security. You got people on Social Security who never even put into it. That's another thing I hate. It's like getting an insurance payment without buying insurance. That's exactly what Social Security is. It's insurance. But you're getting people come in from other countries, get a paper cut. I can't work Social Security. You got kids coming out of high school. My parents yelled at me, and I got headaches now and post-traumatic war syndrome. I need to get on welfare. I can't be around people. I can't work. Welfare, it's insurance, folks, and it's amazing. Your house burnt down and you didn't buy insurance, it's on you. You don't get a welfare check. You don't get an insurance payment to fix your home when you didn't buy the insurance. You get in a car wreck and you don't have insurance. They don't give you a pity check. Yeah, here, go fix your car. Yet, they do with welfare. It really bothers me. They do with Social Security. Welfare, okay. Give it to them for a year. But don't let them make a lifelong career out of it and then have kids who chose that career path also. But Social Security is an insurance, and it should not be given to people who have not put into it. Drinking fun, hey, the Brian been long time, scrapping Horden. I don't know what you mean. I'm working on the Queen's Beast too, only missed Lion. I only have 1 Queen's Beast. I need to get some more. I keep losing my place here. I have a friend who still works after a kidney transplant. Awesome, man. Bugman, deep fake, a video that only an expert could catch as a fake. Deep fake. I got to look up deep fake. I don't know what you mean, sir. Get your XRP crypto yet? Nope, I did not. Just I got a wallet and I just haven't gotten anything yet. So I gotta wait. Gotta head out. Getting close to midnight. Take care of each other. Thank you. Deep fake video. I'll have to look this up. There's another person who's mentioning deep fake. Leo Musselman. Keep speaking the truth. I'm trying. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They don't. It's funny. I'll get into talks with people, and they're friends, and they will fight to the death. They will even lose you. They rather lose you as a friend. They will fight to the death to be right, but could care less about being correct. It's about a winning. That's all that is important to them, is winning. Regardless of the facts, regardless of the truth. They don't care. I just got to win. Maybe they've been conditioned from this survival television shows where you win at all costs, regardless of how honorable you are. You win. Pumpkin Face in the house. How's it going, Overtax Taxpayer? Edgewater Heating. I appreciate you being here, Pumpkin Face. Another person who's been with me for like 3 or 4 years. Electrodynamic ore. Why work when you can just buy Tesla? I have a friend who still works after kidney. I think I mentioned that. Strategic Relocation North American Guide to Safe Places. Read this book. Strategic Relocation. Is that the name of the entire book? Strategic Relocation North American Guide to Safe Places? I'm actually cutting and pasting that right now. Control C. And hopefully I'll Control V once I get to Google. Regarding economic and fiscal matters, I'm already thinking about the same lines as you, mate. I'm only 21. Imagine how tired I'll be in the world's systematic bullshit at the age of 55. And that's how I feel. You know, at 18, I had the energy to put in 2-3 hours overtime to make things work financially. I'm 55, 56 years old now. I just don't have the energy anymore to put 4 hours overtime in every day. I just don't have that energy. I don't have the interest. And frankly, if I wasn't taxed so much and if most of my money wasn't going to other places, I would have enough left over for myself. You actually get taxed more when you put overtime in also. Did you know that? They penalize you for working harder. It is amazing. But back to silver. Let's take a look at the silver price. See what's going on here. Let's go to coin before I head off. Kitco Metals. There was a pullback. Let's take a look. So about an hour ago, there was a slight pullback. Again, $26.81 right now. $26.81 for silver. So definitely, I'll have to rechange the name of my video. Somehow I took an extra day off, so I felt like it was Saturday. So I apologize. So I'll change the name. So again, I'm expecting a small pullback, regardless of when it happens. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know when it's going to happen. I do suspect it's going to be within a day or two. That's just the way it is. I'm going to head on out, and that's it. Hello, Overtax. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. Cali Coin Searcher. I appreciate it. And I will look up that book, Relocation Guide to Safe Spaces. I kind of want to stay around water because I always dreamt about having a fishing boat. And I love saltwater fishing. I can care less about freshwater. But I love just to be in the hot, humid sun in a freaking fishing boat. I just would love to do that. Anyway, folks, I appreciate your time as usual. Buy some silver. Buy it on the dips. Buy it when it's not dipping. But just definitely buy some. Get your minimum goal all set up, and I do mean minimum goal should be about 250 ounces. That should be your minimum first goal. That doesn't mean you stop, but that should be your baseline. 200. Who else is? Unless physically saved money, gold, silver, firearms, government takes a large percentage of the assets when people go into personal health, care homes, etc. Family sees little. Boats are a major headache. I know they're a headache, but so's working. There's a lot of things that are a headache, but it's one headache I would love to have, right? Everybody says, well, when you're rich, it's a headache to be a rich. I'd rather have a rich man's problems than a poor man's problems. Okay, and definitely, they're telling you, their world's going to be better. No police, no nothing. But we already see what the world's going to be like with no police. And all you have to do is look at Newsmax and Fox News, and you can see all the riots and whatnot, and the lawlessness. So there's your image of their utopia, where they're able to beat you up for the slightest thing and kick your head for the slightest indiscretion that they see. I can see silver going to $40 this year. I can too, Callie. I can definitely see silver going to $40. Boat equals bust out another 1,000. Again, I want a boat. And if you buy a new boat, you're not going to see you won't see those problems for quite a few years. Okay, so it's kind of like a car. When you buy a used car, it's the same thing. Bust out another $1,000. When you buy a used car, it's like that. Now, obviously, if you bought a newly used car, okay, maybe the problems are not there. But as that car gets older and older, you can bust out another $1,000. It's no different with a boat. Buy a newly used boat or buy a new boat. That's my dream. And learn how to do the things yourself. I do all my own home repairs whenever I can. I've done my own automobile repairs. That $1,000 that bust out another 1,000 can just mean bust out another 100 if you can do it yourself. But anyway, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Change the name of my video from Saturday to Friday. Damn, I don't know where I was. Just maintenance and dockage. Yeah. But anyway, anybody, by the way, live in South Carolina? It's really pretty there, and we're really thinking about the South Carolina move. We really are, and I hear it's a conservative state. But anyway, you folks take care. I got some research. Bugman told me to check out deep fake, so I got deep fake to look at. And I got Strategic Location, North American Guide to Safe Places. So you guys gave me my homework. I just woke up. You can tell I'm a little lethargic. I'm not as animated as you might like. But hey, it's early in the morning here. It's I've been on an hour, so it's almost 9 o'clock.